Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike, looking a little sweaty. I've been doing Corona Project 3,482. I just cleaned the gutters out, and holy cow. If you haven't cleaned your gutters out in the south, you better do it. I had a bazillion leaves from our oak trees and pollen, and we got rain coming. Florida a little bit tomorrow, and maybe a little bit more Monday-ish, and a little bit more on Wednesday-ish. So always good to clean those gutters out. So here's a quick update. Hey, first off, hope everybody's doing great during this rough time. April, terrible month. We're only at the 9th of April right now. We got until the end of the month. Hopefully we'll get out of this mess and get back to normal. I feel so bad for all the people affected by the economy right now. So my thoughts are with you guys for sure. And usually I do these videos for Facebook supporters. Of course, our season's not here yet, but the hurricane season's right around the corner. I was happy to announce last week that ABC Fine Wine and Spirits has re-upped their sponsorship for me for the website. That's great. So we're doing our live videos every morning on Facebook, regular Facebook. But Facebook supporters, they always get a little bit more, and it's $4.99 a month. You sometimes tip a bartender more than that for one beer. So if you like what I do and want a little extra, plus I give discounts for Drunk Donkey gear, and we do some other fun stuff only on the supporter side. So appreciate you all that kick in a little bit of money, because I do live in front of this computer 24/7, especially during hurricane season. So I appreciate all the support. So anyway, what's cooking? Well, we got Easter coming. We got storms coming, and that's the talk of the town. Now, if you've been following our page the last few days, definitely been showing this threat. We got a big dip in the jet stream coming. Low pressure developing, pulling itself northeast. Louie's crying. Come here, Louie. Of course, we can't forget Hurricane Louie. Come here, buddy. He gets mad when I don't pick him up. Come on. Want to come up? Come on. So we got a big dip in the jet, deepening low pressure. It's going to pull up a lot of warm Gulf energy. And here's what's cooking now. A couple things. We talked a lot about hurricanes coming, the season coming. Gulf waters right now, extremely warm. Let me say hi to Louie. Louie, I got to give him a Louie fix because he's a little upset right now. He's pouting because I didn't pick him up. I usually work during the day with Louie. So there's Louie. Say hi, Louie. Say hi, everybody. He's a little sad. He starts whining when I don't pick him up, right, buddy? He's a chill dog. I bought some crazy stuff off Amazon. Oh my God, I haven't done it yet, but I bought a doll Adirondack chair for Louie. So we're going to do some Louie props later. So look for that. So the chitter chatter is, of course, hurricane season is going to be a little busier than normal. Predicted. Doesn't mean anything. We could have every storm miss land. That's happened before. So it doesn't mean because we're going to have an active season doesn't mean you're going to get hit. It just means the chances are a little more activity than normal. And two reasons why. El Nino is not expected to happen. We're supposed to be in a neutral La Nina setup, which promotes more Atlantic activity, and the waters are hot. And you can see the latest anomaly map. Doesn't mean much as sea surface temp, but it generally means that the water depths are getting warmer. We're already seeing a big pool of warm water off Africa and, of course, the Gulf. So what this Gulf energy is going to do early in the season, it's going to promote stronger spring storms that we're starting to see. And that's because as these fronts come down, we're going to see that clash of warm Gulf moisture. And that's spring. That's normally springtime pattern. Nothing new with that, except when you have a warmer Gulf, you get a little bit stronger storms. So this is what's going to be fueling our Easter system. Here's what's happening today. We got a little bit of pocket of energy up here in the northeast, New Jersey, pushing its way off. We got another. Now this is the system. The last couple of days has been racing its way from the central U.S., middle U.S. over. Now we got another little area, Texas, enhanced today. Big hail, tornado threat's not as strong as normal. It's more of a wind and hail threat. Actually, hail big time. We have a hatched area for hail. That's the big threat today in Texas. Obviously, the cold air clashing, get some big hails. But looking long term, let's take a look at what's happening with. Let's see what we're gonna look at. Let's look at long term real quick. All right, so tomorrow things are kind of dying down. Our next system, I'll show you a bunch of graphics, but we basically have our low pressure setting up. This is getting into Saturday. There's our storm threat already in Louisiana. But this is where they really start to talk. As our low pressure pulls northward on Easter Sunday, we're going to see a pretty good threat here for possible strong storms, long track thunderstorms, or long track tornadoes. They're already talking about that now. In fact, they say outbreak of severe thunderstorms possible Sunday, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and into Georgia Sunday night. Tornadoes, long track, strong, possible. Bam. And then this is going to move itself a little bit more to the east on Monday, overnight. And we can still have a threat into Florida along the east coast. So that's the big news. Let's look at a few graphics. I guess we can look at the euro, get a good sense. And then this is a good map. We can look at a lot of things with the euro. And this is generally speaking, let me load up all the images here. And this is generally what we got. So we got, all right, so this is still overnight. The newest one hasn't run. Actually, look at 6Z, but that's all right. All right, so here is tomorrow. Here's a little bit of energy coming across Florida. Nothing big, just some rains. But now we're going to start to see this low dipping down. This is in the Sunday morning now. Our low's already starting to set up. So Saturday storms, kind of hard to see here. But basically, I'll show you a couple other graphics. But our low pressure is going to be right here across the Ohio Valley, pulling up our moisture. And there's our big heavy-duty line, Sunday, Monday, right going across there. We're going to get a little diagonal rains across the East Coast right here. And a little of that energy is going to stay behind midweek. And we're going to have a secondary burst of energy come back through the midweek of next week. And the rains for Florida are definitely going to increase more as this rain comes down through the peninsula. Snow threat, too, I want to talk about. All the models are still hinting that next midweek, bam, mountain snow, Smokies. Most all the models have been very consistent. This is the second front coming through. Air is already going to be cooled down. We could see snow in Tennessee over to the Smokies. So there you go. There's that. Let me show you the low pressure. Just good indicator here. Just showing you that low where it's at. We'll show you some vorticity models. Here's going through the weekend. There it is. Boom. All right. So this is Sunday. This is our low pressure. Really see it. This is usually a tropical map, but 990 millibar over middle land is pretty strong. We're going to have tight isobars, a lot of wind, a lot of vorticity, a lot of instability. And here's that region right here we're looking at that's going to be pulling up on Sunday. So there's our low setting up Saturday, 994 already, and it's going to big dip behind it. It's going to push it, and bam, 986 into Michigan. So, you know, it's coming. So there's that. Let's look at one more map. The vorticity, well, it's a little too far out to look at too many predictors. All we're really worried about this far out is the threat's going to be there, but specifics of it are pretty hard to narrow down right now. But anyway, that's the news there. That's cooking. Let's take a look at Tennessee real quick, because I want to show you the snow threat, which is very interesting, because we do have folks up that way that kind of rare to get late season snow. So let's go to Nashville. I think this is a good map. I think I clicked Nashville. Let me see snowfall. Let's see, and your 12Z is running now. Oh, not Nashville. Let's look at oh yeah, let's just look at Tennessee. I can zoom in a little better, but this will at least get us the border here. Maybe. One thing, I don't know how you guys are doing with homeschool. It's been a very interesting experience for us. My good wife Julie has pretty much taken the bull by the horns and been doing most of it. But I don't think the average Joe in Jan or whatever you say has been meant to be teachers after doing a full day of real work. If you're lucky to still be working. We're lucky. We only got 2 kids. I mean, I got friends that are got 3, 4, 5 kids, you know, and they're just absolutely going crazy trying to figure this all out. All right, so here you go. Here's the latest. It's not as much as I thought. Okay, so GF's backed off a little bit, but generally speaking, the models have been pretty consistent about this secondary midweek coming down. So I don't get too wrapped up in one particular model each time. Let's look at the euro real quick. The euro actually yesterday was pretty backed off, and today is a little bit stronger there. So here's your euro. So models are still predicting midweek snow. There's that. All right, so that's in the news. Storms are in the news. Nothing in the tropics yet. So there you go. I just wanted to say hey and give you a quick weather update of what's cooking. Let's look at one more map here. We'll look at the latest NAM. It's always a good one. I already posted it on Facebook. We'll take a look at it now. give us a good idea of rain through the weekend at least. NAM's a high resolution model that only goes out 90 hours, but we can still get a good idea of what's going on. 12Z might have just ran, so there we go. All right, so here's our Texas rains. This is later today, right here, brewing in Texas. Storms are already predicted. You can see Texas right now. This is later tonight, 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern, so, you know, 4 o'clock Central. But there you go. There's our supercells developing possibly tonight. So Texas storms overnight, later tonight. There they are going across Louisiana. They're going to race across Louisiana overnight and across Panhandle. So this is all through tomorrow, 7 a.m. So all this energy in Texas tonight going to cross the east and impact Florida tomorrow. Look at that. So we could have rains in Florida tomorrow. This is noon tomorrow. Right now it's showing middle of state north. But this energy, the same setup we had last week. Remember, energy in Texas slid across and kind of skirted the upper Gulf and Florida. So there's that. This doesn't really go into Sunday yet, but you can start to see our system developing down here. So the big news is going to be Saturday night, Sunday, Monday to watch. So hope that made sense. Right now we got a severe thunderstorm watch up for New England area right here, New Jersey, DC. So storms are right there now, and there you go. So hope that made sense. My ramble. I'm getting tuned for our Facebook Lives in the morning, 9:19 a.m. We'll be talking tropics almost daily. I can't say every day because there might be a day I can't go. So make sure you get your hurricane shirt. Great way to support Mike's weather page. Got all the names on it this year. Hurricane season. Our first storm will be Arthur, and new storm. All right, let's go to tropical tidbits. So not uncommon to see a tropical system in May. Sometimes you see them in April. But this is the setup. Let me show you the setup that normally leads to early activity. And this is again tropicaltidbits.com, good friend of ours, Levi. But this is exactly showing what would happen usually on early systems. So we get this big front. Get some water here. And I'm drinking from my Crab Trap Destin cup from a few years ago. So I know we have a lot of fans in Destin, Florida. But so here's how the setup would work. Euro showing our big front Sunday, Monday. We'll get a little bit of energy right down here, hang out. The front will stall. Warm Gulf air. And the tail of these fronts, you'll hear that a bazillion times. Tails of these fronts sometimes will hang around and possibly get their own characteristics, a little low pressure, and spin back up. So I showed this last week, and it's still showing it. This next week's front, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, this weekend's front gets pushed along Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and a little bit of this energy stays behind. This is next Tuesday, and then Wednesday we could see a secondary push of rain coming. So not tropical yet, but what's interesting is the GFS is kind of showing that little bit of hanging around leftovers from the front. Here's the weekend's front right here. Boom, blues, low pressure. There's a little bit of energy gets cut off down that way, a little cut off low sometimes, and there's your GFS kind of showing it. So not really showing it. There is one indicator that I did see today. Very low chance right now. But hey, warm water, you never know. But this is your European. Let's take a look overnight. Let's look at Gulf, and we're actually seeing a Lone Rangers, couple ensembles next week. Two, showing this chance. So take it for a grain of salt. But that's usually one of the easiest ways we'll get early season tropics is the tail of a front breaks off. So there you go. I wanted to share this with everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Hope we get through this month of April. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy and trying to find things to do. We've been chasing fireflies here at home, in case you didn't notice or see. I took my girls down the end of our street. Let me show you real quick while we talk. They loved it. In fact, last night I went back down and chased them with. I put them in moonshine. In fact, here's Emily. Let me show you Emily real quick. Emily's doing a little pitching. Well, I'll show you that. That's boring. Let's go back to the fireflies. Here's our fireflies. Let's see. Albums, videos. Facebook always changing things. Oh, back to the homeschool thing. There we go. It's hard to see on the thing, but anyway, that's them. You can see the little dots. Yeah, you can see them pretty good. So those are fireflies. That's an Oldsmar. Trying to find things to do. My wife works at Publix, so she's having to deal with all the madness. But hey, let's hope we get through this thing quick. So there's our big moon. So all right, have a great day. Looking forward to the season with you guys and girls, and you know I'll be here. Been doing this since 2004, tracking these things with you. So I'll be here every step of the way. Let me clear out of this. Go back to our site. There you go. All right. So stay tuned. Have a great Easter. Maybe I'll go live again Saturday if this storm threat looks as bad as they're predicting. So that's it for now. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again. Thanks for being a fan of Mike's Weather Page. Ding, ding, ding.